see all the depth coded tests and stuff. Multiple
Man, I need to turn off the volume on my... I need to turn off the volume on my stream so I don't get infinite feedback loop. Okay, stream is online. And I made sure to reference you in my stream title.
Aww. Yay, I'm peer pressuring you.
Huzzah!
Might be a little ahead of you. Because I'm not in the same spot.
That makes sense. You tend to go ahead before waiting on the thing. Me. Well, anyway, it's recording and I'm going to start.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. That scene difference time. Yay.
Yay. Ah, it's a pleasure as always, Green. Have you been able to relax lately? No, I've been doing raids. Wonderful. As busy as you have been, with the writing succession among other things, you deserve an opportunity to experience Tuliyolong at a more leisurely pace. Sampling the tacos as Ivaldi of Thai is one such way to do so. They're made the traditional way and laden with fillings and are absolutely sublime. If you have an empty stomach, the owner, Brukevu, will look after you. I've been there. I've been doing the role quests. I've been doing a lot of things. Hankering for tacos, then they're on the house. I'm not actually, I don't have any actual malice, by the way.
I know.
And they're on the house. Consider it thanks for bringing down the passage of the unbound. Woohoo, dialogue differences. Go ahead and find a table. I'll bring you your meal as soon as it's ready. I imagine he said something completely different if you haven't done the role quests.
Probably, but I wouldn't know.
Nor would I. Taco. Still love tacos, I hope. You ate so many when you turned 5, you could barely move afterwards, remember that? Who is... No, not really. That was 30 years ago for me. Right, sorry. It's still strange for me too. Just the other day, you were a little boy clinging to your mother's skirt as you set off for Yasulani, and now you're a man grown with a face full of hair. Even so, I knew you were my son the instant I saw you. Still family, and you can always rely on me. Relying. That feels like the only thing I'm doing right now, on you and everyone else. I can't even start a fire without assistance at my new job. Back in Alexandria, we had Electro. If I needed fire, all I had to do was press a button. Everything was at our fingertips. But here I'm helpless, a culinarian who can't even light the stove. The way the others in the kitchen stared at me. Gods, I never felt so embarrassed. I'm sorry to hear that. I've been told the tales, but it seems life is really different within the dome. My wife and children, I was thinking I'd have them join me once things had settled, but at this rate... I say you send for them. If they're your family, then they're mine too. I'll do whatever is necessary to make it work. Klamat? To aid folk like yourself, we established a support group at the Wing of Reflection. There you can learn the skills you need to live outside the dome. It isn't easy being back, I know, but I'm hopeful that they can make things easier. That's exactly what I need. I'll definitely seek this group out, and then I'll bring my family with me. Thank you. And then they started Alexandrians Anonymous. Oh, look who it is! I was just about to go and find you, Green. You don't mind the company, I hope? I could use a bite to eat myself. Ah, the tacos here never disappoint. So, what have you been up to lately? Oh, it does let you choose Arcadion as an option. I've been making a name for myself at the Arcadion. You're fighting in the arena in Alexandria? By facing off against tough opponents, I wager you honed your skills even further. As for myself, I'm being kept busy with the duty at the palace, but whenever I find a moment, I like to walk the streets and talk to the people. That way, I can better understand the problems they have and share them with Gona to figure out solutions. I was on one such walk just now, and as I mentioned, I was hoping to find you. Gona and I have something we want to discuss with you, as Dawn servants. Do you have time to come to the palace? Great! I'll go on ahead. Please come and join us once you've finished here. I don't know if you saw the message I sent you, but apparently there's a season-locked Orchestrion from the Juno Alliance raids.
Yeah, I saw that. I'll have to do that.
If time permits, we could probably do one now, because I still need to do the second one.
I mean, we can queue up for it.
Yeah, probably. I don't know why they made it seasonal lock, though. That's so weird.
FOMO, I guess.
Oh. Ah, Master Green. It is always an honor. Valkona has stepped away to attend to a pressing matter, but he should join you within before long. Enter Sunpurge. Oh, you're all here too? Valkona summoned us, though truth be told, Alvino and I have been seeing him quite regularly of late. He asked us to share our knowledge of Hunnish culture, you see, in the hopes of further strengthening your alliance. We were of course happy to oblige him. Kra and I were likewise summoned. Otherwise, we've been carrying on with our work, compiling information on the Golden City. My grandfather embarked on his investigation 20 years ago. With our report, we shall finish what he started. Lest you wonder, Thanker and Urianger have left to resume their tour of Tural. Y'shtola, meanwhile, is back to researching cross-rift travel. She was here just a few days ago to get Kona's permission to investigate living memory. By the way, she mentioned wanting to take a look at the key in your keeping at some point. If the look she had in her eyes was any indication, I suggest you brace yourself for when she comes calling. You're like to be stuck with her for a while. As for Estinian, we know neither where he is nor what he is doing. Some things never change. My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. We took advantage of the time to catch up. So, what can we do for you? Hopefully present company is enough for whatever it is you need. The matter for which I have summoned you pertains to Alexandria. A state funeral will soon be held in Solution 9 to mourn the passing of Queen Sphene. King Gluja and his administration have invited us to attend. While certain issues remain unresolved between our nations, such as the treatment of Yasulani, I see no reason not to attend. For generations, the Alexandrians lived without even the awareness of death. I wouldn't have expected them to have funeral rites still. Apparently, the members of Oblivion unearthed records of ceremonies that were conducted in the Alexandria of old. It was they who put forth the proposal that the queen be thus honored. Leave it to that lot to think such a things. The people of Alexandria no longer forget the departed. They're being confronted with the idea of death for the first time. I suspect our friends wanted to do something for them. Though Sphene was but a simulacrum, she was nonetheless pillar for her people. The pain of her passing must run deep. Indeed. A funeral will give Alexandrians the chance to come together to express their grief, that they might overcome it. I wasn't sure at first, but I've decided to go. Not only to be there for Guluja, but to put this chapter behind us. That I requested your presence was none other than to see if you wish to attend the funeral. You knew Sphene as well, after all. Sometimes I wonder if there wasn't another way. You and me both. But we made our choices and are responsible for what comes of them. As vow, I'll attend the funeral in an official capacity. I owe it to the Alexandrian people to bear witness to their grief. I'd like it if you could be there to watch over everything, like you did all through the rite of succession. I feel the rest of us should go too. Regardless of the reason, the fact remains that we deprive Alexandria of a beloved ruler. It's only right that we remember who Sphene was, to her people and to others. So let us stand with you. Then it's decided. Let's head to Solution 9 and look for Galuja in the back room. Crossroads. Ooh.
Now it's time to see if we end up in the same instance.
Probably not. Don't we need to be in the same party for that, or?
No, you can switch instances.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Well, we could party up if you'd like. Seems nice if my copies worked.
I'm in instance 2, looks like.
Oh, nice.
Yep, there you are on the map. What you doing there, Kier?
Just having a drink.
Don't you do enough of that in real life?
Not at a bar.
Don't you have a bar?
If I don't do it at the bar.
Ah, fair enough. Why are you not drinking at the bar then?
It's small.
Damn. Ah, you came for the funeral. Of course. I'm the only one who will officially take part though. The others will watch over the proceedings. So, how have you been? It's been a while since my last visit. Shale is always teaching me new things. Recently, I've learned about Everkeep's systems and the mechanical soldiers. It's knowledge I'll need to use my authority properly. Studious as always, I see. By way of treat, I brought you gâteau au chocolat. It's a kind of cake. I think you'll like it. Thank you, Lamati, and thank you for coming. I've never been to a funeral before, so I feel less nervous having you here. Out of curiosity, what's the custom in Alexandria? In our world, it's common to offer flowers to the departed. It's much the same here according to the records. Flowers will be distributed to all attendees. Considering that all the worlds used to be one, the practice of offering flowers may well share the same ancient origin. Fascinating, wouldn't you say?
The flowers are being handed out at Praxis Park. I'm thinking of heading over there now. We'll join you. There's a man I'd like to speak with, Gosan. He was apparently Sween's aide, and the one who sent us the invitation. Come on, let's go.
Oh boy, I sure hope nothing goes wrong during the funeral. Oh, you have the great white Tsuchinoko.
Yep. Figured it was appropriate for the season.
Well, then I'm going to get a similar minion out. It's the Great Serpent of Ronka. Why, you're... I'm Vau Wuklamato to the Yolal. Thank you for extending us an invitation to Queen Sween's funeral. We are honored, truly. I had seen you before from a distance, but never had the pleasure. I am Gosan, former chief aide to the Queen. Since her passing, I have been responsible for administering affairs of state.
We get our flowers here?
Yes, Your Majesty. The flowers are being handed out at the counter yonder, alongside the regulators. What? We need to wear regulators for the funeral? Rest assured they are not a requirement. We are aware your people do not use them. You see, people in the Alexandria of old wore tokens of mourning upon their persons when attending funerals. As such tokens were black, it was suggested that we might wear regulators painted the same color. We've yet to produce enough for everyone, but we're distributing them as we are able.
I see.
I can see like 4 distinct models at least.
Although we are gathered here for the same reason, we hail from different lands. Some were born and raised in the Alexandria of old, while others came to us from Tuliolal. It was from this union of diverse peoples that a new Alexandria was born. The only home that our younger generation knows. How did we overcome the barriers between us? What moved us to join hands in common purpose beneath crackling skies? You know the answer. We survived. We thrived because Queen Sphene brought us together. Inspired and encouraged by her boundless kindness, we strove to be better, for ourselves as well as those around us. And in Her Majesty's absence, there is a sadness beyond words. Yet we will remember her. Remember all the good that she has done for us. So let us pray, as the people of the Old Kingdom once did, for the peaceful repose of the departed. And let us keep our beloved Queen forever in our hearts, that her memory might guide us unto the morrow. Would that I could find solace in my own words.
Was Queen Sphene taken to the cloud?
She must have been. To still remember her is strange, isn't it, darling?
I miss her. She would always cheer me up when I was down. But even though I remember her, I'll never see her again. That doesn't make sense.
It seems that's what it means to die, I'm afraid.
But what will happen to us? Are we just going to be sad forever?
What will happen indeed? Everything that we have, we owe to Queen Sphene. How are we to go on without her?
I still remember Her Majesty so clearly. If only I didn't, I might feel better about the future of our realm.
Perhaps we should also consider moving to Tuliolo. The journey won't be easy, but it'd be better than staying here in uncertainty.
In times like these, I take comfort in the beliefs of a Turali people called the Yokui. To them, death isn't the end. So long as we're remembered, we never truly die. It could be the same for Queen Sphene, you know? If you keep her alive in your hearts, she'll always be with you.
But we still won't be able to see her, right? I don't want to think about that. I wish I could just forget instead of having to feel like this.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to impose. Please, mourn your queen however you see fit. As expected, they struggle to come to terms with their loss. I hope they can find a way to move forward.
It's not only grief that weighs on them, but worry for the future. Bereft of their queen, how will they proceed?
True. But with that at least, we're not powerless to help. What is it, Guloja?
I was wondering, is it better to remember or forget someone when they're dead? I remember my father, and every time I think of him, it hurts. It's the same with Queen Sphene. Knowing that she's gone makes me feel sad. But it's different with my mother. I never knew her, so I don't feel as bad. I want to remember my father, but maybe I'd be better off forgetting him.
Guloja.
Why don't we continue this somewhere else?
So what do you think are the odds that someone evil modified the black painted regulators to do something evil with it?
I don't know. I thought it was focusing in for the symbolism of it. I think they're just in setup. You know, I don't think they've quite foreshadowed anything yet.
Yeah, but,
maybe with his
but like
mom.
Final Fantasy being Final Fantasy.
I do think something's going to happen with either the regulators or forget what they called the digitalized dead.
The Cloud or
That's where they went, but it's like Eternals or something.
the Endless.
Endless, yes. I think either the Endless are going to come back, or not specifically the black regulators, but something will happen with all regulators. That said, I think the focus is going to be on the new king's family,
Gotcha.
Gulolja's family.
I think I accidentally muted myself for the stream.
Well, I heard you at least.
No,
Oh,
I mean for the stream. Whoops. Then I'll help you.
I'd like to help as well, and I believe I speak for the others too. We came here not only for the funeral, but to see whether all was well in Alexandria. We're not about to leave just yet. In seeking to learn about your mother, we're bound to learn about your father as well. His own counsel, we may gain knowledge that can serve the people of Alexandria. Alright. Thank you, everyone. Assuming neither memories nor records of Gulolja's mother remain, we must cast as wide a net as possible. I suggest we split into groups. Green, if you can make inquiries outside in the outskirts, the rest of us will do the same in Solution 9. Oh boy, our favorite quest. Run around and talk to people. It's a staple in the Final Fantasy genre.
Well, they can't stray too far from the visual novel genre. Bedroom stream. Bedroom stream, you're on your bed.
Yes, but it's not a room.
But it's a dome, therefore it's inside, and if it's inside, it's a room.
I don't think that's how a room works.
Whatever you say, dude, I'm pretty sure it's a room now.
Fine, I'll remove the bed from my mount list. Are you happy?
I'm just teasing.
Sorry, but I never heard of a Mamuja woman living in these parts, much less one connected to Zoralja. Might have better luck talking to the people over at Tonawatwan settlement to the north of Everkeep. A place called...
Yuewata. The resilient son won their loyalty when he saved them from some crisis or another, so the story goes. If I remember correctly, their chief's name was Kaniloka. Your exchange with a middle-aged Tonawatwa has taught you about Zoralja's devoted. But these people don't have a Skywatcher. They have a forecast terminal. Mamuja woman? The people have never been a common sight around here. Why, the last time I saw one would have been before the dome came down over our heads. He was among an entourage of Lance Guard that was dispatched here. I assume they all returned to Tuiyola after their mission. But if any remained, I suppose they could have been trapped in here with the rest of us. Your exchange with a chatty Shetona taught you about a Mamuja woman. You're looking for a Mamuja woman. Oh, Gluja's mother. I can't help you there, I'm afraid. I only know a little about Zoralja, and then only what my father told me. He said that before the dome cut us from the outside world, a Tyral Vidral had appeared and was terrorizing the region. In response, Zoralja assembled a party of warriors, and with them confronted and felled the beast. It was interesting to hear the king's feat in the past. Your exchange with the fresh-faced Tonawatwa has taught you about a battle with a Tyral Vidral. It prompted me in which instance I want to enter.
Yeah, I went back to 2.
Ah, I just picked a random one. I think I'm in 1. If you're not on the map.
Well, I'm not on the map because I'm inside.
Oh, well, I'm also in 2, looks like.
I think we just missed each other.
Gluja has told me all. We previously tried to track down Reckless' his mother, but came up empty-handed. With everyone's help, hopefully we can get somewhere this time. Notes on a Mamuja woman. Notes concerning a Mamuja woman who belonged to the Lance Guard. Notes on Zoralja's devoted. Notes concerning a settlement located in Yuetawata, whose people are said to be fiercely loyal to their king. Notes on a battle with a Tyral Vidral. Notes concerning a battle between Zoralja and a mighty beast which occurred in Yasulani. Ah, so you spoke with quite a few different people as well. Let's combine all our findings and see what conclusions we might draw. Zulani, among whom was a female Mamuja. His mission was to rid the region of a Tyral Vidral, and I believe it's safe to say that that was a crisis in Yuetawata he resolved. But Then they could have gotten trapped in the dome. People lived there until nearly a decade ago, and Zoralja made regular visits. If he required secrecy, a location home to his most loyal followers would be ideal. And if this Mamulja woman had remained there, they would have had occasion to come in contact. I see. But what could Zoralja have been doing in that village? Question? Zoralja's steps. Raha and I spoke with a researcher who worked at Origenics. He said that approximately 20 years ago, a number of his colleagues were transferred to a research facility outside Everkeep, per the King's direct order. This is the first I've heard of such a facility. Only Vanguard was believed to have been under the King's jurisdiction. Was all we could learn. It's plenty to go on. Even if the work there was classified, any materials and equipment needed would have been manufactured within Everkeep. So if we look into transportation records... There it is. The routes are full of detours and attempt at obfuscation, but large deliveries were being made to Uedawata, far too large for a mere village. Many activity for years though, it's likely the facility has been decommissioned. Do you think that's where my mother was? We can't say for certain just yet, but I reckon there's a good chance. This is amazing! Even though no one remembers her, you managed to figure all of this out. Each piece of the puzzle may reveal little on its own, but when we put several together, a picture begins to form. And even should memories fade, footprints remain to mark the path of those who walked before. A lesson I learned in another life. So we'll be investigating this secret facility in Uedawata then. Uedawata is on the other side of the lake. To get there, you'll need to take a hover cargo from the drift towns. So the hover cargo will take us across the lake. I've never been over there before. It's still inside the domes, so I don't expect it'll be too different from here. We'll likely encounter dangerous beasts, so the rest of us will go first. You'll follow when it's safe to do so, alright? Alright. Be careful, everyone. Uwedawada Field Station now accessible.
Yay.
Hooray! We get to fight things.
That we do.
Is anyone else joining us, or is it just us two?
Who all's watching?
I was wondering if Ari was joining or not.
Well, she's up to her own thing, so.
Okay. Given the new patch, that makes sense. Right, Uwedawada Field Station. Are you sure you want to be healer, or...?
Yeah.
Okay. Leroy!
That's why I like being healer tank.
Jacques Tural, Uwedawada Field Station. Majesty.
Ow.
Huzzah! And nobody died. Ooh, a research note. While His Majesty Zoral Ja is not the first to conceive of transferring a beast's soul into a person's body, the safety and ethical concerns have ensured that no earnest attempts have been made to date.
Another research note.
Yet our king believes that there is no greater evil than to hinder the potential of man, so he has ordered us to make this conception a reality. He would bolster our military might and break through into the outside world. If our research will further this ambition, then perhaps it is worth pursuing.
So,
Ooh, research note.
yep.
The rate of transfiguration may be dictated by the potency of the soul consumed. We've experimented with beings of great power, but mutations were observed after the infusion of nearly a single soul. No better was this phenomenon illustrated than with the poor Atticus. His body was altered irreparably, and he lost the capacity for rational thought. While the primary objective of this research was to utilize the soul of the Tyrol withdrawal, I struggle to see a path forward. An alternative approach must be considered. If the source of our failures thus far has been the inability of our bodies to contain feral souls, what if we were to reverse the process? By purging a beast of its own memories, we stand to gain absolute control of a vessel of a great power. My subordinate, who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis, shall have the honor of being the first to transcend our meager limits. I must prepare his soul for extraction at once. Easy. Is that a storm? Looks like a second dome. A domeception.
Cutscene.
We're at the boss already. Is that a rabbit?
Bunny? Yeah.
Oh, it's no ordinary rabbit. It's the most vicious, foul-tempered rodent you've ever seen.
Let's go pet the rabbit. Wait, which way? This way?
This way.
How did you get the achievement?
Because I got all the map realms. Mappable areas.
You've done this before?
No, I just did it. There's a...
Oh no, it's not showing that you got it for me.
No, I got it.
like this. Ow.
Ah! Ow.
Oh, bye.
Huh. I did not think that would happen.
Nor did I. Great. Ow.
Just stay alive, Kier.
I'm trying my best, but I'm not doing too well. Nope. What's the limit break at this level?
Not just extra healing. It's not a race.
Oh shit.
Just Benedict the tank.
I don't have a Benny.
Oh damn. Well, just heal the tank, and then swift cast to raise us when you can.
Yep. Let's go you first, because you haven't died as much.
Raging Claw behind him. Oh, this is good. I'm gonna die. Oh, you're also dead.
Yeah, I fell in the hole.
How did you manage that?
I don't know.
Look at that warrior go.
Can't really see him. Oh.
Alright, let's try that again. Oh, yeah, we just run away from that. Let's go run somewhere else, and we gotta get behind it. Oh, that was a terrible time to initiate a limit break.
I'd rescue you, but I'd probably pull you in the hole.
Probably.
There we go.
Yippee! Hold on, maybe I misread the lore. Because it's sounding like they put the human soul in the feral beast. Ah, okay, so they were researching putting feral souls in people's bodies. So they tried to reverse instead, see how that would go.
Yeah.
The scientific method at its finest.
For all the talk of my brother felling this beast, he only imprisoned it, like Valley Armanda.
From what I could tell, they sought to transfer people's souls and memories into bestial vessels at that facility. The Tural Vidral explains the need for a remote location. It was doubtless their prime subject. Though I expect Zoralja did not foresee the opportunities it presented when he imprisoned the creature.
And so, in order to prevent the breakdown of the individual, I instead seek to transfer their soul into the body of the beast.
This would allow one to wield the power of a Tural Vidral.
In theory, our initial experiments will involve lesser creatures. But in time, I am confident we will be able to bring even the mightiest under our control.
And what becomes of those who offer their souls?
As they won't be able to return to their original forms, we must consider them lost. But the sacrifice will be worthwhile, for the army you stand to gain will far surpass any composed of mechanical soldiers.
Very well. Recruit volunteers and begin at once.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I shall return to the observatory and see to the necessary preparations.
So, you've given him permission?
Teishalja, you will assist Kaniloka. As one of the Landsguard's finest chirurgeons, your knowledge may be of use in his experiments. You will also watch him closely. In what you learn, you will report to me. You object to his project? Or are you incapable of performing this duty?
No, Your Majesty. Whether we shelter within the dome or expand beyond it, we require great power. But with no one to rely upon, we must take that power for ourselves, even if the means are questionable. I will do as you command. But if Kaniloka's work bears fruit, I wish to beg a boon.
What do you desire?
Something that I had accepted I would never have in Tuliyollal. That I believed would forever be beyond me. That it was foolish to covet. But here and now, it is close. So very, very close.
Perform your duty to my satisfaction, and anything you desire is yours. That which I seek does not lie within this dome. Here, I cannot prove the miracle. But if what you seek is at hand, then you may claim it, for it has no value to me.
God damn it, it's just Livia Sass Junius all over again.
Yeah, just another simp. Zaralja, let me smash.
Teishalja. Could she be my mother?
Like the people in the outskirts said, few Mamulja lived in the Yasulani. I can't imagine many other Ubiko women were trapped in the dome. That being the case, she could well be the one.
This observatory Kaniloka returned to, could it not be part of the research facility? We might learn something about Teishalja there.
That's where we're going next then.
I wish I could see into the past like you. Then I could see people who are gone. Because there aren't any other Mamuja women here. For a long time, I couldn't even imagine what my mother looked like. But when I visited Tuliyola and Salsam, I was finally able to picture her in my mind. And one day, I hope I can see what she really looked like as well. While we've discerned the purpose of the research conducted here, the traces of it that remain might afford us a greater insight into what came of it. Let us take a look around, for information as well as a way to the upper level.
I hate that we can't use our mounts here.
Well, now's not the time to use that cure.
Oh lord, you're a professor now.
Well, I am a level 100 scholar. Ooh, there's Graha.
Yep.
A lift can be seen behind a wrought iron gate. As sturdy as it appears, the gate will likely resist attempts to force it open. A security panel is nearby. Perhaps a verification key will open the way.
Oh lord. I found a journal.
Yep, so did I. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Soul transferred a few days ago. I can write. Can write good, yes? I am good. Very good. Getting hard to control strength. Today, bit of hand of feeder. Cannot help it, so strong. Hungry. Always hungry. Cannot control. Eat. Must eat. An eater. Must eat. You find nothing that resembles a verification key. Perhaps you should search elsewhere.
Found a different journal from that one.
Oh no. Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within the cabinet. Among the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas to be used in emergencies. You dig deeper and find a verification key. Perhaps it can be used to open the iron gate. Well, hopefully I can interact with the other stuff. Let's go back and check. Aha, I can. Thank you, thoughtful devs, for letting me look through this mangled corpse. A journal lies next to the body. I was transferred to Uedawata Station in order to train the villagers in the use of electro technology. While a child can quickly learn to operate common contraptions, it will be no easy thing for them to attain the requisite skill to develop new weapons, ones which require no less than the manipulation of souls. Thankfully, 2 of my pupils have demonstrated great aptitude in the field. Kaniloka, the village chief, and Tishalja, a field chirurgeon. Further driven by their loyalty to our king, their growth has been remarkable. I dare to hope that, before long, they'll be able to carry out their duties without further instruction, and I may be relieved of my duty. Okay, so that's the only extra thing.
Yeah, at least that I found.
You found the key! Great. I'll call the others. It seems the key can be used to operate the lift as well. Up we go. Getting real The Forest vibes over here. I never actually played it, I just watched people play it.
Neither for me.
So this is the observatory. I didn't expect it to be similar, but it is a far cry from the temple that held Valigarmanda. All the machinery appears to still be in operation. I expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure that monitoring can continue even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies, related to the seal's failure, most likely. For a blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Right then, let's see if we can find some clues about Gluja's mother. I think I can use this terminal. Shale taught me how. There's so much data. I don't know what we should look at. But perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name Tishalja. It brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Tishalja, Administrator of Experimental Treatments. Research logs. This sounds good, doesn't it? Chances are the data is encrypted, and even if not, it will take considerable time to go through it all. Then let us take it with us to the back room and have Shale analyze it. I was just about to say, Crowley, you are literally wearing a USB earring. Agreed. Alright, I'll transfer it to the storage device I brought. There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for both of us. And here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents. But first things first, let us deliver the data to Shale. Welcome back. Gulaja's already given me the storage device. It looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. In that case, Alice and I might take ourselves around the city and check on the people. Hi, their mood has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I finish my work. Thank you. We'll see you again soon.
Alice isn't wrong. The mood out there is still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the Sol system, but even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been the younger folk who've been leaving for Tural, ones with no elders to care for.
Word of that problem has reached us in Tuliyolal. My brother is doing all he can to see the Jaktura Railroad restored to operation so that the people may come and go more freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. Oh yeah, we did kind of blow up Vanguard, didn't we? With a train bomb.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even so, the railroad should make things a sight easier. How long before it's back in service?
I couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Kona seemed reluctant to make promises. But while Shale's working on the data, we could go and see the state of it for ourselves. To Shaloni Station then. I'll make sure to keep Kona informed. Oh yeah, not to mention all the rusted and dilapidated tracks from 30 or so years of disuse in the Yaslani side.
Sorry, say that again?
And not to mention the 30 years of disuse, with the tracks being all dilapidated and unused for the 30 years on the Yasulani side. Now, where are we going? Yasulani. No, not Yasulani, Shaloni.
I'll resolve, and green slime to boot. What can I do you for?
We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tural that can't make the journey on foot.
I see. As it happens, Val Reason is also on his way here to take stock of the situation. Scratch the on his way.
Gasp! Did our little Bun Bun finally outgrow his old clothes? Stop that. As you well know, my previous attire was that of a cleaner, and I have chosen a different path. It was time for a change. And you're here about the railroad too? It wasn't bad for my sake that the original Dawnblazer were sacrificed, so I felt it only right that I assist with its replacement. Speaking of which, I assume Lamati has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report?
A new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling it into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawnblazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. But now we're back to our original problem. How to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Mewahetson.
You can't just put letters together and call it a name, damn it. Like England or Denmark or France. Joke before.
That is Dronik. Though the Hetzaro that followed them are none too pleased about their Hetzo being spooked by the noise of the locomotive either. The solution I devised to quieten the railroad should address that complaint. But a silent train presents a different danger. The Ronic will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks.
And I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them or they'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Weren't the rail routes part to avoid the Ronic's preferred grazing areas though? It's odd that they're getting so close in the first place. Has shifted since the tracks were laid. I'm not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mewahetson for their insight.
As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter, and I too would hear what the Hetzaro have to say about it. They are the ones most affected, after all.
I believe it would be best to begin by consulting the leader, Watto. The rest of you can accompany us to the Hetzaro encampment if you like. Vow resolve, vow reason. I bid you welcome to our camp, but what brings you all the way to Mewahetson? I thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns a matter of the Jaktural Railroad. You two have noted the Ronek's unexpected change in behavior, then. My son Shepeto have been looking into this matter. Shepeto? Normally, we'd expect the Ronek to keep their favorite grounds nearby for a while yet. And despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or the quality of the grazing in Yarioanan and Yatanane. Yet they refuse to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward towards your railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As any through Hetzaro would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I am of Hetzaro descent. My parents travel with Oronic as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe, you see, during such a migration. One of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle, I am forced to assume. Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great. I don't even have any character of it. Oh, no, there it is. Well, time to go browse the internet while we wait.
Yep. Apparently still logged in.
I'm gonna go grab some leftover pizza.
Nice.
It's Costco pizza. It's okay.
When it's frozen pizza cooked properly, it's really good.
Ooh.
Nice crispy crust. Like we got a baking steel preheat
Okay,
that in
I'm
the
leaving
oven.
from the headset. I can't hear you. Bye. Oh, we logged back in.
You logged back in. I'm still not logged out, apparently.
Oh, I logged back in.
Why won't it log me out?
A chance encounter with a kind Pelu merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a storekeeper in Tuliola's markets, and that is where the Dawntrail found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace some time when Lamati came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude, and wanted to spare her that suffering. As his tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her.
Truly. I have never heard of the Ronick choosing a path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision, nor of any Hetzaro willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must have been some exceptional circumstance. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps that I might better make excuses for their actions never much appealed to me. Even if it might help you better understand the Ronick's current behavior? As is so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the Hetzaro way may arise from fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fervor for innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes. And to refuse to learn of one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor Dawn servant indeed. Please, teach me of the Ronick, and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We would be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Will you learn of the Hetzaro culture with me? I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my sister share, but it would be useful to know that I am, doing it correctly. Then it's settled. You'll learn more of the Ronick, and we'll have a look around the plains, and perhaps in the process, we'll find the answers we seek. Oh, I just saw your message. Oof. The quickest way to learn about a way of life is to do as we do. Hope you're not above manual labor. I am not the most experienced, I am ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. Now, introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let us meet back here later to share what we've learned. You're learning about the Hetzaro way of life, are you? I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrive at them myself. Our Hetzo provide us with something that we use in medicines. Poultice and soap, to drive away pests and to sustain our fires. What is it? Is it dung again? It sounds like there's a story there, but that is indeed a correct answer. We discovered myriad uses for Ronick chips over time, each a boon to our way of life. Where there is a need, our Hetzo always provide. At least it's Herbert more dung. They don't smell as bad.
Still gross. But it's common in a lot of cultures.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the Sahara, they used to use dried camel dung as substitute for charcoal.
And even to this day, the Maasai tribes use elephant dung as medicine.
I mean, you would find a lot of it, and it is mostly plant fiber. This won't do. The wind will go right through it. Me without my needle and sinew. Mending kit. A box containing bone needles, sinew, scraps of hide, and other helpful mending accoutrements. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how we often pack up and reassemble our tents, they're bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the ronic hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally needn't worry. I'm afraid I finished with my task for the time being, but since you're so eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a bit about our migration customs? If you're here, you'd likely already know that the Ronic are our Hetzo, our guides that we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile lands with all we need to survive. But you may not know that sometimes. The herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On these occasions, we Hetsara must also part with half of our number. You may think it a strange and stressful custom, but over the years, it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as a people. This too is the wisdom of the Hetzo. As you stroke the Ronic's coat, you may note that many portions are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is just a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for the job, mind you. Comb with a type you're used to wouldn't just get in the way, just get lost in a tangle like this knot. Fur brush, a sturdy brush suitable for grooming even the fluffiest of Ronic. Ah, Shepetta sent a Ronic brush with you, did he? I like him. Now, just run it through one little patch at a time. Gently. You dutifully brush the Ronic until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with its coat. It appears much tidier now, though the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Well done! With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat and less susceptible to illness. Combed coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries should the need arise. Welcome back. I'm not sure if you're there or not.
I am there. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute.
You smell the grass and the wind. Which is a good thing, I promise. You can nearly be mistaken for one of us, or at least an adventurous Tonawatwa. I have to wonder how Val Kona is getting on. I assumed he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. Ah, there he is now. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Ronek and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither to my companion's inclination. To force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how was your own work? Have you anything to share?
The Ronek are treasured members of this community, as important as family.
Indeed, the Ronek provide for the Hetzaro, and in turn, the Hetzaro are good to the Ronek, just as family should be. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive how a decision might be right does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the Ronek as they did to me, and so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. We are here in the service of people of Tural, after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. And I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hetzo are concerned. Glad to hear that, Valkona. You're welcome among our herd anytime. Kona! How did it go? I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hetzo. They nourish the Hetzaro as they grow, and provide warmth and companionship in a harsh and unpredictable world. They are the equal of any man, not beast to be tamed. Moreover, Ronek are sensitive. Though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. The Hetzaro would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. Then it is particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Ronek's once favored grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. It's not just the Ronek, even the birds and the field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of Ceratoraptors, but they look to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, that sort of behavior in the fauna would be associated with natural disasters. Earthquakes, landslides, and the like. Though the Hetzaro would have surely put two and two together that were the cause geological, I measured the area's aether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest the recent environmental disruption. But I did notice one anomaly. A strong aetheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly. A large animal, perhaps? A Tural withdrawal? And a powerful one, like it's not. A predator given the local fauna's behavior. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail. Something with very large fangs. It couldn't be. A Turuhetsu? Turuhetsu. I'm judging by the exiting the party sound. It's an instance fight.
Yes.
Ronic Riva, in the common tongue. While people have several names for such creatures, fangs that steal Hetsu in the night is another evocative one. Ronic can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Turuhetsu. Their skills are as tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home and its pack both. In any case, I believe the source of the Ronic's consternation is clear. As is our next move. We must drive this reaver away that they might return to their grazing lands in peace. Never fear. We will make certain that the beast threatens you no more. The Ronic River is a clear threat to the local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked. But it won't do for us to go running off in search of it without having made proper preparations. And if others returning from across the plain have spotted it, they may be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it might be found. Your progress to the upcoming battle will be saved at certain points. Blah 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 blah. Checkpoint, checkpoint, checkpoint. Progress is lost if you log out.
Well, hope we don't get 90,000
90,000 what?
The 90,002 error that we got.
Oh, yeah.
The
DDoS.
yeet error.
Yes.
Well, I'm not
Connection.
sure if it was the DDoS because the ping rate with the server didn't go down according to ARR status.
Help! Help! Hetsu is coming this way! It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our Ronek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety.
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
And after they're out of harm's way, we'll deal with the Ronek Reaver.
I suggest you remain here to attend to the Ronek when they arrive.
They'll be safe with me. Please, be careful out there.
Duty commenced.
Make haste! We must protect the Ronek!
Don't worry, we're right behind you.
There they are!
They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
Stroke the trembling Ronek.
That herd should be all right. Let's look for stragglers.
Search for Ronek.
The Ronek are to rally too. None shall be left behind. There must be something up ahead. Come! There!
These are no match for the likes of us.
In a panic was clearly an understatement. More are coming!
All or nothing then. It seems that did the trick.
For the fodder, at least. But where's... Look there! We've got a big one coming!
Impenetrable scales and wicked fangs. That's a Ronek Reaver, and no mistake.
There! That one there! Not so fast!
Silly Kona, you can't tank with a gun unless if it has a blade attached to it.
Should it cost me my life? I will save the head soul!
Kona! Are you alright?
Do not concern yourself with me. Get the Ronek to safety!
There. You've nothing to fear.
Right! Let's finish the job!
I made a vow to our people. You shall plague them no longer!
Defeat the Tudor Hetzel.
You'll find the vow of reason is not without resolve.
Damn it! Not even a scratch!
Buy me some time to think, will you? It must have a weakness, and I will find it. Keep it busy. I need time.
Right! Go for the legs! Now we just have to keep it pinned. Get thinking, Kona!
A protective current of ether. But whence does it flow? I've got it! One well-placed piercing round to the chest, and... you're done for! Let's stem the flow of protected ether!
There's nothing stopping us now! Still not backing down, huh? Fine with me!
Disperse that ether ere the Reaver recovers it!
This is going to hurt.
We did it. The XIV, are they?
The Ronek have all made it to Mehua Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats, but the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all, Bow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hetso.
I did no more than is a Dawn servant's duty. The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most. It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible! Kona, you've done it again.
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again. Still haven't forgotten the last one. And it's been more than 20 years now. I had come as a trader to the camp in Lozeni Hetta. A camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster. Lozeni Hetta. That's where the Pelu trader found me as a babe. Please, can you tell me what you saw? As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro. Like us, they followed the Ronek.
And like us, they were visited by a reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature. Well distracted, I heard one cry. "Save our son! Save the Hetzo!" After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and Rodak thunder. I ran and ran. And as the sun broke the horizon, I found myself separated from both man and beast. Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining Ronek and have long since moved on. But still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes.
And what became of their child?
I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawn servant himself. All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see, they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe. I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone. And now that I am Dawn's servant, all of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect, as my parents protected me.
Know that the Hetzo is safe is more than enough. Yet, would it be wrong to hope that, in protecting them, we also avenge my parents? It is the least I owe to them after all this time. Green, I thank you for standing by me. As Dawn's servant, and as the oft-imperfect man beneath that mantle. Now, let us return to our attention to the matter we came here to address, shall we? We have removed the root cause of the Ronek straying from their favorite grazing. We have obtained the tools to devise an additional precautionary measure, a silent whistle, as it were. This whistle must be capable of emitting pulses of aether strong enough that they will shy away from the tracks on instinct, yet not so strong as to drive him into a panic. If we can achieve this, it will be a far a sight better than the traditional whistle. More effective and less stressful for the creatures themselves. Let us return to Shaloni Station and begin work on it. Then,
Walika and his crew will doubtless be relieved to finally have a solution.
You look pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it. So, the Ronek were avoiding a predator. Smart ones they are. And Valkona's not too bad himself. What with his whistle idea? Sit tight. We'll have this train on tracks before you know it.
Sit tight? Yes.
We're ready to go.
Whoa! She looks as good as new!
If I had time to do a proper job, could have really made her shine. Had to cobble together the exterior with spare parts. We refurbished the interior, though. Not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the Ronek are concerned, we've spared no effort. From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tuliolal. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every corner of the continent that we were able to get her up and running so quickly. Besides, the ethereal whistle's the true marvel, and we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
Right. If we're done talking, let's put this train through her paces.
There's a Ronek up ahead.
Now, to test our whistle.
On it. Just point it in the general direction and...
It's moving away. Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed.
this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
A roaring success! In a quiet way, like. Then with your permission, Vow of Reason, the Shaktaral Railroad is back in service.
Ooh, thank you. For a while there, we were real worried that we'd never get the railroad running again. But now that the test drive was such a success, we can breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Shaloni, then the continent. Watch out, Shaktaral, here we come.
I share the sentiment, but we got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you. As for our own work, I trust you can handle matters in Alexandria, Lamati.
Well, it's possible that Shale's made some headway by now. And regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's been restored to service. Shale, what have you have her working on? Gluja's mother. I'd feel the same in his shoes. I felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered. There is no cause to look at me like that. The Kakiwa we met may have only been a simulacrum, but her memory was real. I needn't search for what she left behind because she left it with me. And I will carry it always. Oh, I got a little keychain. Speaking of things you're carrying, is that a teeny tiny Kakiwa? What? No! It is merely a token from Alexandria. Our friends in Oblivion would not take no for an answer, and I thought it as a good souvenir as any. Whatever you say. For what it's worth, I think it's a nice way to bring her out with you on your travels. Yes, well, you're off to the dome now, aren't you? I thought I might join you for a time, see if there is aught I can do for the people there. Much changed though it is, I still consider it my home. Of course, we can give you the full story on the way. Oh no, not an energy tonic. Hope you like trains, everybody. A simple yet elegant solution, and thus the railroad is back in operation. Meanwhile, Shale has nearly finished processing the data. He'll be able to share her findings with us imminently. I'm interrupting something, I gather. Why, Y'shtola? What brings you here? I've seen enough of the gate in the XIV cenote for now, so I'm shifting my investigation to living memory. While there, I thought I would do well to have the company of an expert on electro. I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I can join you once we've finished here. Lest you fear I've forgotten, once I made headway with living memory, the key in your keeping shall be the next subject of my scrutiny.
There was a mountain of data to sift through, much of it tantalizing, I admit. But it will take time to fully decrypt everything that piques my interest, so to answer our immediate question, I've been concentrating my efforts on the audio saved by Teishulja herself. While I've not listened to it yet, I have a selection ready for playback. Would you like to hear it now?
Yes, please.
All right. Several audio files will now play in sequence.
They cannot be skipped. Make sure you've done all your tasks and you're not queued up for duties.
My name is Teishulja, and I decided to record this to help me put my thoughts in order, I suppose. Mother? Officially I was a chirurgeon with the Lance Guard. I was part of a contingent dispatched to Ysulani to hunt a Tural Vidral that was wreaking havoc. After our mission was complete, I elected to remain. It was the perfect opportunity to document the geographic distribution of medicinal herbs in this region. Or so I said when requesting special dispensation. In truth, I could not bear to return to Tuliolal. I had hoped to aid Commander Zoralja in the right of succession, but he did not so much as look my way. I was never in contention, of course, one of the nameless many in his army. To go back and face that reality was too much for me, so I ran, and in my cowardice, I stumbled upon this path, a path that changed my life. When the dome appeared, I found myself trapped within and reunited with my commander. How am I to speak of Commander Zoralja? I admired him. His incontestable strength, his unwavering focus. He was a man of great passions. I watched him, captivated by his intensity. From afar, I would not dare approach. And in watching, I came to know him. His eyes too sought the distance, but not as mine did. He yearned not for another, but something else, beyond the horizon. That gaze would never fall upon me. I knew. The experiment will soon proceed to its next phase, and when it does, as he promised, I will have my heart's desire. Today. It should have been today. A new beginning. What I have dreamed of for so long. I hold a future in my arms. If he could see him, embrace him, surely that would be enough. So full of hope I was. A foolish hope.
Its scales are blue.
He's your son.
My... No, I can't. I don't know how. How could I? How? To raise a child, be a father. I don't. I can't. No! Get it away from me. Get that thing away from me!
It's all right, little one. Papa was just surprised. That's all. He'll come around. We'll be a happy family. Kaniloka's shouting for me. The research hasn't been going well. But I can't let him take it out on my baby. Hush now, little one. I know just where to hide you.
That's all of them.
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
We know some manner of accident happened at the facility after this was recorded. Perhaps your mother couldn't come back for you.
Hey, Gololcha.
I'm fine, Lamachi. Father and mother, they were both so lonely. If we could have been together, maybe they wouldn't have been. But sometimes things don't work out, no matter how hard you try. I can't tell if I'm happier now. But it's better to know, I think. Thank you, everyone.
Better to know. A profound response for one so young. Though I wish he didn't have to be. Gluja is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet one never outgrows a need for dependable companions. 'Tis fortunate that he has you. Thank you, Shale. Because of you, I got to hear my mother's whole story. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen, Gluja. If you remember one thing, remember that. Now then, having shared what I can at present, I am ready to head to living memory when you are. I am planning to be thorough, so we will need to stop for supplies on the way. That said, I promise we won't remain over long. I know we all have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell.
A word before you leave. Our network's already spreading word of the railroad. We expected people to be clamoring to get on the first train back. Yet the reaction's been the polar opposite. Scant few seem to depart Alexandria anytime soon.
What? When we spoke before, you said many from Tudiyola were eager to reunite with friends and family. Maybe they're concerned about getting to the Vanguard? If so, we could take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak with the people ourselves. Let's start at lay note 9. There may still be people gathering in Praxis Park. Let's try there first.
The people look uneasy. Did something happen?
Have you heard? Someone was killed in the Thunder Yards.
The Thunder Yards was one of the hunters slain by a beast.
It was a hunter, all right, and a veteran at that. But it was no fiend that did him in. Only a random bolt of lightning.
Such a senseless way to die. They say that he expended his last soul cells during Zaraljar's attack on the city.
For an upright, hard-working man to meet such an unceremonious end, it feels wrong.
But we'll be fine, won't we? Even if the system no longer erases our memory of the departed, the regulators continue to function. I shan't go before my time. Growing old and passing peacefully with the help of the ushers is only natural.
Well, you may think so, but how are we to know? We have no memory of those who have gone. More may have met violent deaths than passed from old age, and we would be blissfully unaware. It could happen to you, or me, to any of us.
Then what are we to do? Spend every waking moment thinking only of how we might die?
With time, I had hoped that they'd be able to adjust to their new situation. But it's only gotten worse.
Look! It's Queen Sphene!
What? How are you alive?
What?
Help, Queen Sphene! The grown-ups are really upset, and I don't know what to do!
I see that you are as kind-hearted as ever, Nico. Never fear. I'm here to set things aright.
I don't understand. Sphene is gone. Forever. You there, Gusson. You were the Queen's aide, weren't you? What's the meaning of this?
Begging your pardon, Vow of Resolve. But Her Majesty Queen Sphene is paying visit to her people, as is her wont.
What are you talking about? Sphene is dead. You officiated the funeral yourself. We all placed flowers to mourn her passing.
A funeral? For Her Majesty? What a curious jest. You know full well that ceremony was to commemorate those lives lost during the attack of Alexandria.
Haters are suspiciously doing convenient things. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Her Majesty walks among her people that she might support them in this most trying of times. Surely that is not cause for consternation.
Your Majesty, won't you free us from these terrible memories of the departed? This is no way to live, not for us, nor our children.
I wish that I could. Truly I do. But with living memories shut down, even I cannot restore the system that once afforded us that comfort. You needn't fret, however. I have prepared an alternate solution. All of us shall be made endless. I have created a new system that allows you to transplant your memories directly into an ethereal vessel. One not reliant upon soul cells. This way, you need never again fear death. You may live as you please, and for as long as you like. Our stores of ether are, at present, not sufficient to provide this boon to everyone. But some of you received neo-regulators for the funeral ceremony, did you not? And there are still more we have yet to distribute. 5,000 in all. One day soon, those with neo-regulators will be called to join the Endless, and thence be free of suffering forevermore.
But only 5,000 of us?
Spectral! The real Sphene would never be content to save only some of her people. Who are you?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Let's return to the back room. I need to calm down, and then we'll talk.
This takes us to the end of that patch. Do we want to call it there? Well, you got a little more to go, but still.
Probably, considering we have a maintenance later.
Yeah.
Considering this took about 3 hours, I imagine the next patch is also going to take about 3 hours. And by then, it's going to be maintenance time.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me as well.
We only got the proclamation from a distance, but I can tell you that the message about the Neo-Regulators was received with utmost clarity. It couldn't have been Sphene. She should have been destroyed when the Meso Terminal shut down. Without a single Alexandrian to bear witness. Presented with an identical figure claiming to be their beloved queen, it is no surprise they would choose to believe she's alive. What is troubling, however, is that denial that the funeral was held in her honor. Just as if their memories have been erased. Given that the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, that was likely the work of the Regulators. But by whose design? Someone smart enough to play at being the Queen of Reason. In that guise, even if someone suspects deception, most of Alexandria will be on her side. We need to find out who she really is. While I agree wholeheartedly, we should avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until our self-proclaimed queen makes her next move. Meanwhile, in living memory,
My people. Are they safe? Why am I...
Oh, great. Now we're going to have 2 Sphenes running around. Well, that's going to be it for this stream, I guess.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said that's going to be it for this stream, and oh no, there's going to be 2 Sphenes now.
Yeah. Guess you'll need 2 screens for 2 Sphenes.
Ha. Now you can continue your Hildebrand.
Probably we'll only get to do 1 more Hildebrand, so we should probably continue.
When do you want to continue?